guys, welcome to Fishing Lake Country. My name is Dennis. Today we're going to fish with another swim bait that I've never had on the channel. Never showed it to you. I don't think I've ever talked about it. But we're going to see if we can catch some crappie with it, and I'm sure we'll probably catch a bass or two. Let's go down Lake Gaston and see what we can do.
Well, we got a decent crappie, guys. I just had my line broke on this dock right there by a bass, guys. That's the only bad thing, but these little swimmers, they're called slim swimmers. Oh, that's a nice crappie. I broke my big neck. I broke my nice net the other day. I hated breaking it. I had it since the 90s. The little Mason that fishes with me, he laughs at me because my old stuff, my old rod and reels and stuff. But that net would fit down between my dash on that javelin I had really good. Oops, he's bleeding, guys. I'm gonna have to get a pair of pliers. He didn't swallow it, but it's down far enough. Might have to eat this one, huh? All right, guys. I'm not gonna show you all my surgery. That's a nice crappie, isn't it? There's a decent one here too, guys. And I'm gonna net him just so I don't take a chance of him getting off and I pick him up. Hey, hey, hey. On the Z-Man. There you go, on the Z-Man. He's a decent one. Isn't it? Nice crap. Guys, I'll show you what I'm doing. It's a tree top there. It's coming from the bank over here out, the very top of it. It's about 6 foot of water there, 6.5. So some of the limbs are sticking out. I'm a stone past it, reeling back just like that, guys. Just like that. Got him. Trying to keep my hands out of y'all's way. This ain't very big. I'm gonna flip them up in here. That's what I'm doing. Kind of like you'd fish for a bass, you know. That's how I like to fish for crappie. I like to fish just like I'm fishing for a bass. I like to throw a bait out there and work it back. He's a small one, but he's a crappie, isn't he? And reel it back. And that's what I'm doing. This little Z-Man. I've got him on this little weedless head. This is a 1/16 ounce head. Excuse me. Now I can hear some of y'all guys going, Dennis, you always use 1/32, 1/48. When I'm using a little jig, I do that. I use a little light bait when I'm trying to keep it in that same area the whole time. Even around a dock, I use 1/32 and 1/48 most of the time. But if you watch my swim bait videos on the jackall, the Tech, I was using a 1/32. The jackall's 2.8. This is 2.5 inches long. I want a heavier head because I'm throwing it out there and then reeling it back. All right, I'm gonna do it again. Let's see if we can catch another one live action. Like old Turtle Man. Messed that guy. I'm a little too far from it that time. Sun got my eyes a little bit. My cast wasn't as good as it should have been. But that's okay. I mean, I need to work around it. A brush pile like that or a treetop. Now again, the reason I'm using a 1/16 is I want to swim it. I want to swim it by the brush pile. I'm not jigging it or I'm not letting it fall down through it. That's not the point, see? Point is I'm throwing past it, the treetop, okay? I'm letting it sink. Where I think now it's about 3.5 foot, I'm gonna start reeling. See, that's why I'm using a heavier head. I feel it hit the brush there. Y'all see my rod jump, hit the brush. I want this thing swimming by the brush pile just like a minnow would swim past it, right? He comes strolling past and they run out and get him. That's exactly what I want him to do. Yeah, little pesty bass. Not what we're looking for, but Alright, you done? Here's what you gotta put up with though, lot guys. I think I've caught more bass this evening than I have crappie. Usually I don't catch that many bass, but they're just finishing up the spawn, so they're aggressive. Now I'm gonna tell you what, that little hook gets them too. It is hard to get out of them. When it gets in that little turn right there like that. Ah, you heard it pop. He's about 11 7/8. Well, look here. Finally found another crappie. And that's a decent one. He ain't hooked the best. I got him up a little close, guys. Trying to get him. I try to keep him coming, you know, once I got him moving away from the cover. Again, guys, I'm fishing a spot I've never fished before. I'm just going down the bank, throwing at laydowns, trying to find laydowns. I've never fished this spot before. I just seen these little stobs right there on the bank. See the tree and the stob. I see a stob. I thought that'd be a tree in the water there. That's where he came from. He's probably 10.5, maybe 11 inches. But hey, on the old Z-Man. This ain't very big. This is a baby. No, he is a little one. He's probably lucky he's 6 inches. And he hit that 2.5 inch Z-Man, guys. Now this is a little one. I'm on the main channel here, guys, creek. And I knew this trash was here, but I haven't fished it this year because it's on the main channel. And that's a baby. He's a baby. It's a bunch of brush right there. I don't think it's a beaver hut, but it's a couple trees here in the water. And like I said, that's the kind of stuff you look for if you're trying to find crappie. Guys, if you make sure, let me show y'all something. If you make sure that your little hook point is under in that Z-Man just a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see the limbs sticking out of the water, stuff, the log coming in, and there's piles of limbs. It could be a beaver hut. I don't know. But here's what we're gonna do. I just caught that little one off of there. We'll show y'all some live action. This head, this is a 1/16 ounce. Now there's some cover. I pulled it off the cover. I filled one of these limbs. Now I'm just gonna reel it slow. That's another limb. When I come off a limb, I stop and let it sink a little bit. Now get back down there. All right, I'm gonna reel it slow. There's some cover. It comes through that cover really good. If y'all have never tried this, Charlie Brewer weedless slider head. It works great on these small swim baits. He's got a grub that's made for it. It's long and got a little knobby tail. And I've got some of those grubs. But that's what I was doing to catch that little one you just seen. Or if I show you the little one, if I catch enough big fish, that little one won't even be in the picture. He won't even be in the video. But it comes across there pretty good. And I got the head glued. That helps too. And when you feel it hit the cover, like right there, don't get excited, just pull it gently. And if it tries to stick on you, give it a little river pop. And usually it'll come off. There's some cover. So I can feel the sticks. And I'm just pulling it off the sticks and I'm reeling it slow. And every time I come off a stick, or a little piece of, like right there, stop and let it sink. That way you're coming, you know, through you're threading your way through it. It's like you're with a Texas rig or something.
Hey folks, we caught fish. Let me show you what I was using. Charlie Brewer slider head. This is a 1/16 ounce weedless crappie head. Comes in multiple colors. I had red. It's because I took the bait shop I bought them from. It's all the head. You look online, I buy from them right off them directly from his page. You can get about 6 colors. Black, chartreuse, pink. Slim Swim 2.5 inch Z-Man. Guys, that's a great bait. That's badshad color. Looks realistic, doesn't it? Here's what's great about the Z-Man. Now, warning, it tells you on the package, you cannot mix these with other baits. leave them in this pack. It has a hard thing to keep them in place, okay? You like the contact stuff to leave them in there. Do not lay them on your boat. Keep them in a compartment in your boat. If you lay them on the deck of the boat on a hot day, like the scene when I went out was 85 degrees, they're gonna melt. So yes, they're a little hard to keep up with, but if you keep them in a compartment, I've never had any melt together. And if you do not mix them, I have laid them in a pile on my boat with 2 or 3 other baits. Within a day or 2, they started melting. So put them back in the package after you use them. Now guys, let me give you another tip. Super glue this head on right there. See there? I super glued it on. If you don't, this thing is so soft that when the fish hit it, they'll keep pulling it down and cause you to mess a lot of fish. Super glue that. Come back through here. I got hung up 2 or 3 times. Most of the time when I got hung up, I could go over to the I'm fishing treetops. And look here. Put that hook back in the bait. Look at that. You make it weedless. You can pull it through a lot of stuff. I caught about 10 crappie. I caught about 5 bass. I'm going to put a couple of the bass on the video. Some of them were 10 inches, 8 inches. But bass love it too. It's a great little bait. Again, this is a good rig. I was using a 7-foot Wally Marshall rod. President reel, Pflueger President reel, 4-pound test line, guys. And had a ball with that. I had one bass broke my line. He had another dock. He hit me and I couldn't handle him. He was probably, I feel like he's at least 2 or 3 pounds, had to be. And I couldn't even turn him. I just couldn't turn him, and he went on a dock post and broke it. That's the only bait I lost. So I bought this. I've been using these for a couple of weeks. I decided to make this video on it. I'm down one. The other one's on jig here that I glued them on. But yeah, super glue them on. It helps you a lot, guys. I hope it helps you. This is another rig that you can give to a 6, 7, 8-year-old, 22-year-old, and just let him throw it all day. Put it on, if you're going to do that, put it on a 6-pound test. Maybe 8 if you go to an 1/8-ounce head. Don't get your bait too heavy for your line. But yeah, you could go to 6-pound test and just let some young fella throw it all day. Let him get it deep, get it down 4 or 5 foot. Most of the fish I was catching, crappie, were 4 to 6 foot. And I was usually sitting in 10 or 12 foot of water. I went places today that I've never fished. Just looked right, and when I see the trees in the water, I stopped and fished them. And I caught something like that. And I told you that in the video. That's what you got to do sometimes. You got to look them up, because once you keep beating them, they'll move, and they get hard to catch. Go find something that some crappie haven't been fooled with. Okay, guys, I hope that helps you. My name's Dennis. This is Fishing Lake Country. I'm trying to do reviews and share baits with you. I give this a 10. I love these. I love Z-Man products. I have good luck with them. They last forever, and they catch fish. They have great action. That little tail just moves. The body rocks a little bit. It's a great swim bait, guys. I use them up. I got them in 3, 4. I think I even got them in 5-inch. I use for bass. They're great. Subscribe, guys, and we'll see you next time on Fishing Lake Country.